Mysteries! How exciting! Of course, we like ourselves some thrilling mysteries in the Sonic universe. Weird characters popping up, strange murals, inexplicable flashbacks, government conspiracies, creepy voices, hidden backstories. Who doesn't love all these exciting things that created so many memorable moments in the Sonic lore? So, the upcoming new game has been revealed, Sonic Frontiers. I was anticipating a new adventure filled with colors, and music, and action, and excitement, and characters, and thrills. So, when we got the first trailers, and it's... a little toned back, I guess. But that's because this new game is all about mysteries. This is the mysterious Sonic game. Oh boy, yes! Man, as soon as I heard that this new Sonic game was gonna be all about mysteries, I was like... Man, it's been a long time since the last time we had a mystery in these Sonic games, haven't we? I mean, man, the last time was all the way back in Team Sonic Racing, the very previous Sonic game. Whatever, Dodongo Paul, whatever was evil or not, or something. But the last mystery before that was all the way back in Sonic Forces, the very previous game after that. Oh boy, Shadow Evil, why is Scale Zero resurrected and ready to strike? Oh boy, I can't wait for the exciting answers this game will give us! And Sonic Lost World had, well, a Lost World. Ooh, who are these mysterious beings? Ooh, I wonder if it's the guys right on the cover. What a mystery! I mean, heck, even Sonic Generations had a mystery. A surprise twist villain! Yeah, I bet you forget about it. But classic Eggman was all, like, taken away by this mysterious creature, screaming for help. And then, the reveal at the end. Dun dun dun! Classic Robotnik was a villain all along! No, not Classic Robotnik. Aw, he was always such a nice guy. Okay, to be fair, the real plot twist isn't so much that Classic Robotnik is evil, but more so much that Sonic Team actually bothered to dun make a 3D model for him. Sonic Team not being lazy, now that's a plot twist. One I especially appreciate after the last few games have been so devoid of any content. So, mysteries all around, and yet, I feel that Sonic Unleashed and Black Knight were the last two Sonic games that actually had a proper mystery or twist that actually felt like, you know, interesting. I mean, every twist and turn in Sonic games ever since have been a joke. Hence why getting a mystery-themed Sonic game from the writers from Sonic Forces is, hardly getting me thrilled. Yeah, I know Ein Flynn is involved. But keep in mind, he's not the writer. As usual, he's just a janitor who has to clean up Sonic Team's mess and merely gets to sharpen up the dialogue a bit, rather than actually sketching out the actual plot. But hey, at least he gets to do his cleaning up duties within the actual game this time, rather than having to make hastily made prequel comics to do a half-ass attempt to fix up Sonic Team's brain-dead writing instead. But anyway, what can I say? I have high demands. I demand complex storytelling from video games for about talking hedgehogs, damn it. Now see, in order for me to enjoy a mystery story, there's something in the story that I need. It's a very complex concept, something that only very few of the most brilliant authors have a grasp on, something so immensely abstract and complicated that I suspect only few of my viewers will understand. But what I consider a core element in a functional mystery story is things. You know, things. Well, you know, a setting, characters interacting with each other, events that are happening that create motivation for said character, you know, things. I like it when there are things in a story. You know, Sherlock Holmes is in the mansion. Suddenly, Ebenezer Scrooge is found murdered in a locked room, but the key of the locked room is only in the bathroom. The people closest are Scooby and Shaggy who are eating in the kitchen. Romeo and Juliet are sneaking off for a romantic evening. Meanwhile, Colonel Custard is in the library researching a hidden treasure that's found underneath the mansion. Oh my! What a mystery! What happened? Now we have a location for Sherlock Holmes to explore and look for clues. Is the treasure a possible motivation for the murder? What about the character relations they have? There's the lovers and the friends. It might complicate matters. Murder weapons, passageways, alibis. All this stuff that makes up a mystery. How exciting! So, Sonic Forces teased us with the idea that Shadow the Hedgehog might be evil in this game, and people were super excited to discuss Shadow's allegiance in Forces. Well, at least until the game was released and we actually saw the story and immediately lost any interest because it was stupid and boring and... But why are we so interested? It's because he looks so cool? But so is Infinite, and he never got that kind of introspection from fans. No, more importantly, it's because with Shadow there were actually things to discuss about. Because Shadow is connected to the world. He's born from the scientist and space colony Ark. He's connected to the Robotnik family. Betrayed, then reconciled and joined the army, Gunn. He has a complicated relationship with Spy, Rouge the Bed, etc, etc. He has all these connections, and that makes him a very dynamic character where if something would happen to him or around him, there's a lot of consequences. If he's evil now, is that because he learned something from about his past? Is that because Gunn betrayed him? And what will Rouge do? Join him? Fight him? Huh, the possibilities! Shadow is part of this larger tapestry of characters, world events, factions, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, as a result, when something happens to him, it has ripple effect to all the other elements as well. And then in contrast, take Dodongopaw. He's just there, he's just a shape. So then you get a mystery. Is he good? Is he evil? Well, take a pick. Based on what clues? Like, he's not connected to anything, so I don't really care. I mean, yeah, okay, he's a tanuki, I guess, so that's our clue. It's a Japanese fairy tale creature that tricks and manipulates people so he can kill them. So here is Shape the character. Is he good? Is he evil? I don't care. Granted, he doesn't look as cool as Shadow and doesn't have the backstory yet, so that, of course, isn't helping him. But the story does nothing to help him up. Right now, whether he's good or evil, I don't care at all. It doesn't matter. He's just a dumb, poofy dwarf shape, whatever. But hey, it doesn't matter. It's just a racing game that only has almost an hour of cutscenes, which are an endless circus of everyone standing like a sack of potatoes, standing around just going, I think he's suspicious. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes. But let's say Team Sonic Racing had actual settings, actual characters, and actual events. Say the Frozen Junkyard isn't just a race course setting, but a physical location the characters actually are in. And they have a break in between the races, and Tails is looking around the junkyard, looking for parts to collect for his workshop, toying around with some machines he sees, and Dodongopaw sees it and bonds with him. Hey, I like tinkering with old machines too. That got me interested in becoming a car manufacturer. Isn't it amazing how people can turn junk into amazing vehicles? Ah, they're bonding, they're friends now, how cute. And now, if we get a mystery again, is Dodongopaw good or evil, he's connected to Tails. And if he's evil, then Tails will be sad. And if Tails is sad, I will be sad. Oh no! And look, suddenly I went from I don't give a damn to I give a little bit of a damn. Wow! Story progress! And all you needed was just a little connection. But as it is, Team Sonic Racing has no settings, no events, barely any characters. Everything exists in a limbo, in a vacuum. Sure, technically you have characters and locations, but they're all treated as museum exhibits floating in limbo. They're all disconnected from each other. The cast is presumably physically in locations the racetracks are taking place in, but they never really interact or comment on them. Nobody gives a damn that there's someone from the future, from other dimensions, talking to them. Nobody's wondering why Planet Wisp still has Eggman's construction on it. If they did, they could have added it to the mystery. Is Dodongopaw keeping the construction going to make his racetracks more interesting? At the expense of the Wisps? Ooh, he's evil! Or is Dodongopaw actually helping with the demolition of the leftover Eggman structures? And he's using the race to finance the project? Ooh, he's a good guy. Oh look! By connecting the character to the location and making it relevant, now we have motivation for the character to be either good or evil. Wow! It's like we're writing an actual mystery story or something. Connect the character to locations, connect them to events, connect them to characters, because if you don't, you just shove a shape in front of me and just ask, is this shape good or evil? Like, I don't know, I don't care. I hear you laughing there. Roger, are you using Sonic Forces, Shadow's illusion, as a good example? What a joke! And I agree, Evil Shadow being an illusion in Forces is a joke, punchline, anticlimax. My earlier assumptions about the character were based on Adventure-era Shadow, when he was still part of Team Dark, when Gunn still existed, when his motivations were connected to Sonic's world. However, all of these elements have been severed from Shadow from Sonic Free Riders on. Shadow has been disconnected from his roots, and is now just as much as an empty shell as Dodongopaw is, because the connections to the world are gone. Gunn is gone, Maria's gone, Izuka really wants you to know that Team Dark isn't a thing, and Shadow has absolutely no connection with Rouge. He's just Mr. I hate friends man now. I mean, technically all these things are still canon, just all in Schrödinger's cat dimension, put in the pretend it doesn't exist freezer. And not just Shadow, everyone. Zavek's entire relationship with Eggman is gone. Tails' character development goes all over the place. Knuckles is there. Sure, Ian Flynn can desperately throw in a prologue comic here and there to assure that those things still exist in some capacity, but I doubt this information occupies even a single brain cell of whoever's writing these stories whenever their character motivations or behaviors are constructed in the recent games. Again, I'm talking to the one who's actually writing the story construction and not Ian Flynn fixing the character dialogue stuff up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and anything in between, I really want to make a distinction here between explanations and meaning. Now, in a perfect world, there's no difference between those two concepts. I explain something, you understand its meaning. Yet, doesn't always have to be the case. For example, I can punch you in the face. You ask what happened, and I tell you my fist hit you. That's an explanation, but there's no meaning. Why did I hit you? What's my motivation? My goal? Was it an accident? None of that was included in the explanation. I explained, but I didn't interject any meaning. Very often when talking to Sonic fans about the games, I see a lot of people don't make this distinction. They say Sonic Team explained something, therefore I should be satisfied, but I'm not because there's no meaning. Take Evil Shadow in the Forces, for example. Evil Shadow being an illusion created by Infinite is not necessarily a bad thing. That could still be an awesome story beat, that could be amazing. Problem is, we only get the explanation. The explanation that he is an illusion. What we never get is a meaning why Shadow is an illusion. Why did Eggman explicitly want a Shadow illusion? Because if we would explore the meaning of this, he could be doing things. We could use the fake Shadow to infiltrate the rebel base. The fake Shadow could be creating distrust and mental anxiety to the heroes, so they don't know who to trust anymore. Who's real? Who's an illusion? We could explore if Shadow has specific powers that Eggman wants to tap into that other beings wouldn't have. It would give us a demonstration how powerful Infinite's powers actually are and how much he can actually imitate the people he's creating. In fact, the more powerful and awesome his creations are, it will also add to Infinite's own reputation, because if his illusion of Shadow is super awesome and doing incredibly dangerous things, then that kind of adds to his own level of threat he's creating. So it would make Infinite as a character also more powerful. So yet again, another wonderful demonstration of the power and importance of connections. If these ideas or others were explored, in other words, if Illusion Shadow was connected to events, characters, and locations, Illusion Shadow could have meant something. It could have gained meaning. Ah, Sonic Frontiers. We get the cyberspace levels, and they recycle old level themes, even level designs. Some fans are upset. However, Sonic Team to the rescue! They have given us an explanation. The cyberspace levels are conjured out of Sonic's memory. Ah, so that's why they're old stuff again. The levels made out of memories. Great! So we have an explanation. Now we love these cyberspace levels. Hooray! I don't know, I'm not impressed yet. Now granted, let me preface, a lot of people don't really care about this sort of thing. I mean, they're just bonus levels, and going through the old levels again in the new physics system might actually be a lot of fun. Sonic Team has worked very hard the last few games, with nothing but brand new and deathful content, so let them just have this one rare occasion where they're cutting a few corners. It's the open world that matters after all. And, you know, sure, I agree. Besides, this video is not a review or condemnation of Frontiers. I'm just saying, here's a little possibility, a little concept that could get me a little bit more thrilled about those cyberspace levels, at least in a story context. Because, so far, the cyberspace levels show us nothing that seems to connect this explanation to the world of Sonic. In other words, I haven't seen any evidence that the cyberspace levels are legitimately presented as key memories of the cast. Now, for example, let's say we have to rescue Amy from cyberspace. Let's say the cyberspace levels goes all Psychonauts on us, where the level is all about Amy's personal mental world, what concerns her, what worries her, what bad memories are blocking her. I mean, they can still recycle old stuff, so they can just use the Metal Sonic level from Generations, I guess. And then the cyberspace levels are connected to Amy, therefore have meaning, therefore them being explained as part of the cast's memory is satisfying. And who knows? They might still be. I mean, I haven't played Sonic Frontiers yet, so we haven't seen all it has to offer yet. This could very much happen. I doubt it, but it could happen, I guess. But hey, I don't want to attack or shit on Sonic Frontiers too much. The game's not out yet, we don't know what it'll do. And it does have tons and tons of opportunities to save itself and do very interesting things. We're told that the game is going to delve into the complexity of the side characters. We're told that it will explore the history of the Gale's Emeralds. And if that's true and Sage is involved, that means Sage will be connected to the world of Sonic and therefore has the potential to be a very interesting character indeed. And if there's one thing Sonic Forces taught us, is that if Sega promises something, they'll deliver. But anyway. So far I explained all I thought about the construction of mysteries. But we do have a... Okay, so recently I've been rewatching old Sonic X episodes again, and one episode also presented us with a mystery. In the storyline set after Sonic Adventure 2, where Eggman has blown up the moon, there's another episode where Eggman offers to fix the moon. His construction goes haywire though, blocking the sun. Fortunately, Eggman is a nice guy now, making artificial suns for people to enjoy while he tries to unblock the real sun again. But then, mysteriously, Sonic attacks Eggman's artificial sun manufacturing towers. Is Sonic a terrorist now? What a mystery! Why would Sonic possibly think that multi-terrorist and evil genius Eggman's evil scheme is an evil scheme? It's up to Sonic X's main character Chris Thorndike to solve this mystery! Oh, sorry, did I say solve this mystery? Never mind. Despite the chaotics actually being introduced the very episode before, this story hardly puts on a detective hat to treat this scenario as a typical mystery to be solved. This is more presented as a spiritual crisis of confidence. Chris doesn't have to solve the mystery about why and what Sonic is doing. He just has to gain complete blind devotion in his belief that our Lord and Savior, the Holy Sonic, should always be worshipped and obeyed completely. Psychopathic obsessed girlfriend Amy teaches Chris that your friends are always 100% correct and should be blindly supported regardless of any circumstance or evidence. After all, charismatic people never turn out to be serial killers or cult leaders. The more you know. See, so far in this video, I mostly used the classic murder mystery detective story as a framework in how mysteries are to be presented. But of course, that's only one way to present a mystery. You can also have a mystery that's more atmospheric, more existential. Mystery stories with more of a horror kind of feel to it, or straight up adventure stories don't always need to present their clues and solutions like it's a detective story, but it's more about that thrill of discovering, or more spiritual self-discovery. Now, the very first dissected video I ever made a long time ago, in fact close to exactly 10 years ago, happy anniversary everyone! Woo! It's my 10th anniversary of making dissected videos. Hooray! Stealth anniversary video! Anyway, my first video was about Final Fantasy Dissidia, a game also centered around a mystery, and I also attacked it for the same lack of connections I do with Sonic, even if at the time I didn't quite figure out the framework I'm using now. 20 Final Fantasy characters are thrown into a dead, empty wasteland and have to solve the mystery of... I don't know, they don't really solve any mysteries or do anything. All of them just start screaming about whatever spiritual theme they're representing and then start beating the shit out of the other 90 characters. One fights for friendship! One has an evil plan. The other finds the path. Don't try to connect any of that to a cohesive plan any of them might have had. They represent these themes, but they don't really do anything related to them or do much to escape their predicament. They just beat the shit out of everyone who disagrees with their spiritual theme they represent. Until everyone agrees that friendship is friendship, and friendship will friendship everyone to friendshipness. So basically, I guess the whole story should be viewed as a representation of a person's state of mind. It's not literally a mystery about people lost in the desert, it's about the concept of feeling lost and unsure about your purpose in life. With the 20 characters presenting you with choices about what kind of mindset you can adapt to escape your existential crisis. Which path will lead to ruin, and which path will lead to success. I mean, obviously, friendship is the winner because it's anime. Now, this is another way how to write a mystery story, one not about presenting a problem and a series of discoveries and actions the hero have to undertake to solve it, but more present a spiritual dilemma and explore the human mind and what drives us to psychological enlightenment. Anime seem to love this. I mean, I don't get it. I guess I'm too autistic or something. I'm not religious or spiritual or anything, so whatever. I don't really have anything to say about this. Guess I'm just waiting until Sage starts screaming about friendship or something. You see, Infinite, that was your weakness all along. You underestimate the power of friendship. We don't know anything about your relation with Eggman or your wolf posse to make any informed assumption about how you treat your friends and associates. And Sonic's own friends are decomposing corpses stuck on the sideline still waiting until Sonic Team calls them out on the field. But hey, that's just autistic Roger taking everything literally again. It's a spiritual truth. Use the metaphorical power of your metaphorical friends to metaphorically shoot metaphorical anime laser beams out of your metaphorical arms to blow up the metaphorical megalomaniac villain, so you metaphorically discover the metaphorical truth of your metaphorical friendship. Metaphorical hooray! And I guess these games being fundamentally written by a Japanese team, it's probably gonna be this again, with Ian Flynn desperately trying to wrestle this nonsense into a cohesive plot. Good luck, Janitor Flynn, I'm rooting for you. So, what do you guys think? Am I onto something? Is it wrong for me to compare mysteries with murder mysteries instead of more spiritual atmospheric mysteries? Is it silly to care so much about a story about talking hedgehogs while we all agree that it's stories about talking alpacas where it's really at? Will Sonic Frontier's story be amazing because
Friendship!
no matter what you think, be absolutely sure to tell me in the comments. I mean, I don't care, but I'll get more money that way.